Hey guys, Professor Fat Shady, University of Trials, decided to come back to Inferno 4 very quickly just to revisit the first checkpoint. I've got a bunch of comments from people every now and again, say a bunch, probably 4 or 5, but as you know, that's enough for me to make a video, asking for I guess a revisit of the first obstacle of Inferno 4. I still suck at this. I'm still inconsistent. The beauty of this is it's the first obstacle, so it doesn't really matter. You just need to make a good run after you complete this. But anyway, I don't have a huge amount of tips or tricks for this one. It's really about just understanding the technique. I'm going to try and hit it there. I didn't hit it well. Rubbish. Alright, so let's just pretend this is me showing you what not to do. There you go. You're up and over, and then over to the next checkpoint. Effectively what you've got to do is get your rear wheel, I would probably say, to the lower third or lower half of this lower platform. You want to have the angle of your bike needs to be, sharp enough where your front wheel is going to clear the ramp, and that's the hardest thing. You kind of instinctively feel like you need to be, landing. You kind of want to land on the bottom platform, but because of the height you've got to get, you really need to have your front wheel quite high up in the air for that. Obviously not at the point where you're going to backflip, but otherwise your rear wheel is just going to get caught up on this top platform. And the idea really is just to perform that sort of bunny hop. So you get to the right point there, bunny hop, and the crucial, absolutely crucial part is to ensure that your rear wheel, so as you get to the, as you perform the bunny hop, you press right, and then quickly press back to the left, and what that will do is actually get your back wheel out of the way. One of the most common problems is people sort of, let me try and do it here. You do the bunny hop, but then your back wheel sort of gets caught up. I'll try and do a few more. Your back wheel gets caught up like that, right? That's because you're not lifting your back wheel, so it's got to be a really quick motion, right? Actually, I think your approach angle is going to be crucial as well. Yeah. All right, so let me just try a few things here. Okay, so if you do nothing off this ramp, you're going to struggle. If you try and bunny hop off the ramp, you're going to struggle. So so maybe there's another part to this, and maybe the reason why people are struggling is because you're approaching this wrong. If you try and go up the ramp, you hit it like that. I've just realized. Okay, so this is a combination of the whole lot. This angle is actually quite a sharp angle. If you find yourself going up like that and here, your trajectory goes too high, which means you come down and you don't have enough forward momentum to propel yourself along. That's actually why I think people are making this jump harder than it needs to be. What you need to do is, and it's probably a bad use of terminology, but you need to flatten out this first ramp in front of us here. The way to do that is to try and get your front wheel over it, and to actually be heading, you effectively want to wheelie there. Yeah, so back, forward, and back. So yes, you press back to lift your front wheel as you're going up the ramp. What that will do is keep your front wheel, and so instead of your front wheel riding and going all the way up, your front wheel now kind of skips this lower ramp. And what you're trying to do is get yourself to propel yourself much farther forward and flatter. The trajectory of this first jump needs to be really flat to allow you to make that next jump. I'm going to go through the checkpoint. Yeah, so that's actually, I think, the tip for tonight, guys. If you try and hit this ramp the normal way, correct me if I'm wrong, and if anybody else wants to jump in the comments, please do. I realize this is a difficult thing to explain, and every now and again someone will jump in the comments and say, why didn't you just say this, this, and this? And they do a much better job than I ever could. So feel free to jump in the comments, help your fellow Trials riders out. This is a tough track, and this specific obstacle is very difficult. But that's my tips. So lift your front wheel up and over that front ramp. Get yourself at a nice sharp angle. Make sure that when you do the bunny hop, you press left, right, left. The second time you press left is to actually get your rear wheel up and out of the way. Otherwise, you just find yourself, getting your rear wheel stuck and flipping over like this. So you really need to, as you get up in the air here. I'll try one more time. as you get up in the air, your back wheel comes out of the way. If you need to, steady yourself on this platform and just floor it. You'll make the next checkpoint.